is a syndicate.
All right, so after 11 years of mining activities, Base Titanium Mining Company is set to close doors late next year if the government will not review the license to mine other areas. It's all systems go at the mining sites as the company embarks on rehabilitating the mined areas for agribusiness, which will be handed back to the community in both levels of the government. Tobias Chanji reports.
Kwale County has been home to Base Titanium Mining Company since 2013, but is now set to close shop after the depletion of minerals.
If we're unable to find new mineral deposits in the close vicinity of our operations here, come as I mentioned, come the back end of next year, the current minerals as we know them will be depleted, and Base will enter a mine decommissioning and mine closure process. Okay, That's obviously not good news for Base, it's not good news for the mining sector, and it's not good news for local communities.
For now, it is rush against time as the company is on its last phase of rehabilitating and conserving the mined sites. According to Simon Wall, who is the General Manager, External Affairs, mined areas have proved to be fertile and productive for agriculture after research done by Pwani University within the mined areas which have been rehabilitated.
There is work ongoing to explore options for post-mining land use. Base is doing a lot of work. We're working closely with various government ministries and departments at both the national and county level to explore various opportunities for agribusiness, for example, on rehabilitated areas, to continue and advance conservation work in a sustainable manner, and to look at how we can build on relationships with various training institutes here in Kenya to use our facilities that we have in place and the existing infrastructure for some kind of training and education purposes.
Some of the crops that have already been planted include maize, cotton, soybean, sunflower, millet, groundnuts and sorghum. The land is leased by the national government under Treasury and therefore will reverse back once operations stop.
Sure, once mining's finished and Base has met its environmental rehabilitation and mine closure obligations, the land is currently held under lease by Base. It's currently, the ownership of it sits with the national government through the National Treasury. And so when we think about what comes next in some of those examples I gave earlier as far as agribusiness, training, education, conservation, that really needs to be a very wide and broad stakeholder engagement process. The work Base is doing is just to explore the viability of some of these ideas. Once we have a little bit more clarity on that, bringing everyone together, whether it's the stakeholders we're currently engaging at the national and county level, through to local residents and communities, future industries.
Happening at the same time is ongoing exploration in other areas to ascertain if there are more deposits of high grade.
What we are doing is what we call scout drilling. Scout drilling is just an initial stage of any drilling exercise, because any drilling exercise is normally an expensive venture. So you need to be very careful in terms of whatever amount of money you invest in before you decide on whether to go for the actual detailed drilling.
Kwale Operation is Kenya's largest mineral sands mine and a flagship project under the Kenya Vision 2030 development blueprint. The minerals mined are zircon, rutile and ilmenite and are used for industrial purposes such as pigment for paint, paper and plastics, titanium metals and ceramics. Tobias Chanji, KTN News, Kwale County.
So now the Kenyan government, in collaboration